What's going on, everybody? Welcome to or welcome back to Conversation Zero. I am the host, Mike. If this is your first time coming here, it's a channel where we talk about pretty much anything. But you'll get the picture. Just scroll around, look at some of the videos. You'll get the idea what's going on here. Anyways, thank you for showing up here today. As you can see by the title of the video, we're going to enjoy ourselves here for a few minutes and kind of look at, I don't know, more idiots of the world, more people that are in that lower gene pool. You know what I mean? These people that deserve absolutely nothing but ridicule. And if you've ever been on Twitter and you've seen the Twitter channel, the Libs of Tik Tok, it's fucking brilliant. These people are so crazy, right? So there's some of these compilations out there running around about the Libs of TikTok. I have not seen all of them. Obviously, I've been banned from Twitter since 2016. All my attempts, even through VPN to set up another account, have been absolutely thwarted. I don't know how they're doing that, but they're doing it. And you know what? I don't miss it. I just don't care, to be quite honest. After about 5 weeks of not being on there initially, I was like, I'm never going back anyways. But there were definitely times when there were big issues in the news, and I just wanted to get in there and just fucking shit post, stir shit up, troll people around a little bit, have some fun. But nevertheless, I don't know. I just couldn't get back on it. I just wasn't going to dedicate any more time to the bullshit, to be quite honest with you. Twitter is toxic. Obviously it's a dying beast right now. If you see what's going on over there, Jack Dorsey's out, and then they literally traded Hitler in for Mengele. They're like, let's get rid of Hitler. We'll bring Mengele in. That'll make everything work better. Jesus criminy. So, without further ado, let's make fun of liberals on TikTok. Oh, God. What's funny is before anything even happens, you just look at this chick. Look at the eyes. The eyes are always a dead giveaway. Listen, they say your eyes are the gateways to the soul, but there's a lot more going on there. You learn to read people's eyes, and you got them. Trust me, you got them. I've been reading people's eyes since I was a little kid. I don't know. It's just something I picked up when I was a little kid. And you can tell everything about a person by their eyes. If they're hiding something, if they're mental, you can tell a lot about them. You'd be very surprised. So let's see what this lunatic has to say. Make sure I got everybody turned up. I don't want it to be too loud. So if it's too loud, I'm going to bump it down. So just bear with me for 1 second here.
Okay, yes, I'm sitting in my car because my daughter's asleep. And yes, I'm using a beauty filter because it's been a long day educating the world's youth and I need it. But is anyone else tired of this audio that's what's not clicking, Steven? I'm over it, especially when white women do it. I'm just so tired of seeing white women use audios on TikTok that are clearly given to us by the black community, by black content creators, and no credit given, no recognition of where this originated. The amount.
She's literally, well, okay, so what she's talking about, I think if I have this correct, I don't know, because she's crazy, clearly, but if I have it correct, she's talking about people that do that are culturally appropriating mannerisms, I guess, she's saying people that click and lip pop and stuff, I guess. I don't know, she's saying she's sick and tired of seeing white women do it, but the whole time she's going, that is from the ghetto. That is a thing that black girls used to do in the 80s. That was a thing. The sisters all used to do it. They used to be like, let me tell you something, girl. I'm gonna tell you how it is. They always used to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But she's sitting here telling people, she's like, I'm really sick and tired of seeing that. You're doing it, sweetheart. You're doing it.
Clout that white women have gotten off the backs of black content creators is unreal. imagine a world where Addison Rae could only use content made by white people. Like, that bitch would be a bum. And let me just be clear, I use the word bitch in a very loving term. Like, I don't think Addison Rae is a bitch, okay? I don't even know her. This is the internet. But what I'm saying is, like, if white content...
I mean, that bitch, again.
Creators only used audios and, you know, challenges that were created by other white content creators. I don't think that this app would have as many white content creators with millions of followers and millions of dollars. Like, the amount of money and notoriety these people have is honestly credited almost solely to black content creators. Okay, I had no idea that I had changed the speed of the audio, and now, like, I went back and watched it, and it's embarrassing. But I'm gonna keep it because, like, I got through a lot of points in a small amount of time, so we're going with it. I don't mean this to come across like I'm saying white people should stick to white people shit and black people should stick to black people shit. Like, that sounds really divisive, and that's really not what...
That's literally what you just said. Whilst doing the black mannerisms in your speech, and not only with your speech, but with your body motions too, your body language.
Trying to say, but it just kind of speaks to the
By the way, I thought somebody else sped that up. I did not know that she sped it up. That is fucking hilarious.
That white people have, that anything that they want, they just take for themselves and use for their benefit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What the fuck is this mutant? Oh my goodness. We'll get to the fucking pink-haired mutant that is she's got a double set of eyebrows. I'm confusion. All right, hang on. We're gonna get to her in a second. The last statement that broad just said is, I think they hate the fact that, like, white people, they have this privilege, like, where they can, if they, whatever they want, they can just go and take it. Really? Lots of white people going around just taking things. In fact, I've seen all these organized mobs robbing places. I haven't seen a white face in there. I'm just saying, if there are people there, I mean, there are white people there, they're just as guilty as anybody else that's in that store, whether they're black or Latino. But I got to be honest with you. I've only seen black faces. Okay? Now, I know I'm assuming maybe some of those that are darker colored could be Hispanics or whatever. I don't know. I'm not stopping people and checking their fucking IDs. But let's be honest. It isn't white mobs running around fucking ripping places off like Hermes and fucking Gucci and, you know, Louis Vuitton and all these places, dude. Give me a break. Running into CVS's and just clearing them out. It's not white roving gangs. Are you kidding me? Get fucking real, stupid. Now let's hear from this fucking mutant.
Can we talk about how it's actually horrifying that the Kardashians went out of their way to have kids with black men just so that they could have a closer proximity to black culture? Just so that when you call them out on appropriating black culture, they bring up their proximity to...
Maybe they just like black men. Maybe they just, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, this coming from a person who has their hair dyed pink, you're appropriating white culture. White punk rock culture. So shave your fucking head, stupid.
Black people and their half black children. They bred their children like dogs. And as a black woman, you cannot change my opinion on this.
You're
and
black?
I know a lot of other black women and mixed black women feel the same way. That eventually at some point in their life, these kids will grow up and realize that one of the main reasons their parents had them is so that they could have a closer proximity to black culture.
That's fucking insane. And I hate the Kardashians. I'm not in the business of defending the fucking Kardashians, but that's insane. She's saying that the Kardashians had black children so that they could be closer to the black community. It couldn't have anything to do with the fact that they just prefer to date black men, could it? That they just that black men are in their proximity and they're attracted to them, so they're like, hey, you fucking four-eyebrowed freak.
It's going to be a horrifying moment for those kids.
I guess if you think like that.
This behind me is St. George's Wharf in London.
Jesus.
This pathway that I'm on is public space, but this park, if you can call that a park, isn't. It is for the use of the residents only, but as you can see, there are no residents in the park because it's a shit park. And yet, I can guarantee that this park fulfills perfectly its role. It adds value to the surrounding properties, not by providing a pleasant space for the residents, but by asserting the exclusiveness of this complex. The only function of this area is to be a marker of social segregation. It makes the residents feel superior, and it sends the message to everyone else that they're not worthy of that space.
You fucking idiot. It's part of the footprint of the piece of property. So when they bought the property and they built these beautiful, elaborate condominiums and stuff, they wanted to have a nice place out front. So they took whatever they had left over in the footprint of the property and they turned it into a little park. And the reason that it's exclusive, because those people who spend an awful lot of fucking money to live in that place, if they're renting, for sure a lot of money, but if they're owning also, they have to pay fees every month to live there. And those fees are what pay for that park to be taken care of and maintained and kept looking pretty. And if they just let every fucking asshole in the world come in there like you'd leave your coffee fucking cups and shit in there. Because you're a fucking idiot. You clearly don't understand the way things work about private property, who pays for what. It's and it's such a shit park, what the fuck are you concerned about it anyways, dickhead? Fucking mophead.
This is one of the many ways in which the space can be violent in this country and reinforce and affirm social segregation.
What? These people are fucking whack, dude. They're all...
I find it outstanding that my friend thinks I want to go to lunch with my other friend who is Latina after I know she voted for Trump. I can't do that. My friend was like, it's just a matter of difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Difference of opinion? No. It's about right or wrong. It's about having morals or not having morals. Difference of opinion is I prefer scrambled eggs with cheese and you prefer eggs over easy. That's a difference of opinion. You know what? Any choice.
No, that's not a difference of opinion. That's not what a difference of opinion is. A difference of opinion would say scrambled eggs with cheese is better than over easy eggs or whatever the other thing she said was. That's an opinion. You're forming an opinion. But if you're saying I like this and I like that, it's just two people that like different things. It's not a difference of opinion. Okay? You're making a choice based on opinion as it pertains to politics because that choice is going to decide how your future is laid out for you socially and policy-wise in your country. All right? So that's actually a difference of opinion on how their policies are, yes. But your analogy is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Fine. It doesn't hurt anyone. But choosing Trump, which is actually hurtful to people, and especially people of color, absolutely not. No.
I'm still waiting for one person, just one, since 2015, to tell me how Trump was dangerous to people of color.
Ready forgive. I don't know how you
All fucking crickets over here.
guys feel about it, and how are you guys doing with your friendships? Let me know.
Why does it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter to you. But to me, I'm a male. Okay?
Okay.
So, what are you? So I can call you sir or ma'am. What are you?
What would you assume looking at me?
What are you?
What would you assume looking at me?
Dude, I don't know what's going on here, but it sounds like a fucking disaster. This guy is clearly like, I'm a man. So apparently this person is trans. It has been discriminated against according to what's written on the screen there. Okay. It seems like this guy's like, I'm a man. What do you want me to call you? And is she saying, what would you assume? Now you're asking somebody to assume your gender, and then you're going to yell at him for assuming your gender, I bet. How much you want to bet?
I assume that you're a man. Okay? Okay?
Thank you. Whatever.
Yeah. I assume you're a man. He turns the phone around. He's like, yeah, it looks like a fucking dude. I fucking love it. Oh my God, dude. Oh.
That's a huge bitch.
Yes, it is. Shit.
Many people ask.
I'm so confused right now. Confused. So, listen, I'm getting old. Okay? I can't deal with this stuff. I'm so fucking confused right now. I don't know if I'm attracted. I don't know what's going on right now in my pants. I'm just kidding. I don't know what this is.
How do you use they, them pronouns for a singular person? Well, it's really easy. All you have to do is use it the same way that you would talk about a group of people. So, for example, I, Addison, use they, them pronouns. In that case, you talk about me like this. I know Addison. They are amazing. Their dress and their hair are amazing. And I'm so proud to know them. Now, a fun fact about they, them pronouns is that they've been used in a singular context for centuries.
I just want to take this time to reassure the entire people that are still watching this video 16 minutes into it that the world is coming to an end. And this is the harbinger of that. They, them pronouns, I've been using them for centuries. Oh my God. Yeah, and the fucking Greeks used to throw the mentally ill off a cliff for centuries.
Even going back to Shakespearean times, there's actual documentation in literature using they and them in singular context.
Yes. I bet you this fucking moron doesn't know anything about Shakespeare. Anything. But they read somewhere one time in an article in BuzzFeed that even though back in Shakespearean times they were using them, they, and their. Why doesn't them take their selves over to a cliff and jump their ass off of it?
But if that still doesn't convince you to use they, them pronoun, I'll leave you with this piece of information.
Uh-oh.
Our language is constantly changing and adapting. We're evolving to find new terms and language to self-identify. So get with the times.
Hey,
Don't
lady.
be an asshole.
Hey, lady, you need to shave. Listen, maybe you're Italian. I've seen it. Or a Greek woman. You know, you never know. But you need to shave, lady. You got a real problem going on there. I think somebody swapped out your fucking toothpaste for testosterone or something. You got a fucking full beard going on, lady. So confused. Addison Rose Vincent. I bet your dad's so proud.
The reason we have so much discrimination in the world today is because you feed your children animal products. From birth, we're taught that certain animals, like pets, should be loved and cared for, but then these animals over here, cows, pigs, chickens, and fish, should be tortured and murdered. We don't question these sorts of things when we're taught this as a child. If you're told a lie enough times, it becomes your reality. Teaching this to kids is the root of all discrimination that we see in the world. Just imagine if we taught our children to treat all animals.
I agree. We should totally be teaching our children to eat other people. Just don't discriminate and eat people instead. This guy's a fucking idiot. He doesn't. He's so lost in his Western civilization that he doesn't understand in his first world little problems that people do not revere pets all over the world. Okay, what we revere in the Western world, okay, like in Australia where he's clearly from, or New Zealand, from down there somewhere. I think he's an Aussie though. You know, most of Europe, America, places like that, South America, and even in South America, it's not that good. We revere dogs as our friends, okay, and they're our pets, and we make them parts of our family. They eat them in a lot of other countries. Do you understand that? In the Middle East, dogs that roam around are dangerous. They're not like fucking dogs you'd see on the street in Paris where you're like, oh, look, it's a dog. Oh, feed it a piece of baguette. Oui. Here's some fucking Parma ham. Have a blast, fucking dog. And the dog's like, oh, oui, thank you. And he's got a little fucking French accent, right? No. These dogs will eat your fucking face. And they fucking eat these dogs there. This guy's a fucking moron. All the discrimination in the world stems from eating hamburgers.
And not to treat certain beings or species differently just because they might look a bit different from us or they're not as intelligent. If we teach humans not to discriminate...
How many times do you think he's had his girlfriend check his prostate?
...based on species, we would 100% see far less discrimination amongst our own species as humans.
You hear that? If we would just stop eating fucking hamburgers and chicken nuggets, discrimination would go away. You hear that? You T-bone eating fucking racists. You bigots. You bigots. Don't be bigots while you eat your steaks, your T-bones and your pork chops. Pork chop bigot.
We say that we should worry about our own species before we start worrying about the animals. But we've got it all backwards. Let's stop indoctrinating our future generations to discriminate between species, and then maybe we can fix some of the things that we see between humans today.
Holy fucking shit, dude. I got concerned by 3 6th grade students at lunch today. Oh, cornered. Okay, we're going to talk about that in 1 second. If that guy knew what they did to the fucking animals that are alive in nature in areas where they're going to do mass farming for stuff like soy products, they fucking slaughter everything. The birds, the woodchucks, the squirrels, the fucking turtles, the frogs. They fucking slaughter it all, whether they're churning it up in machines or they're poisoning the grounds or whatever. And it's also, you can have your fucking tofurkey. So shut up, stupid. Now let's look at this. You know what this looks like? Listen to me. Pay close attention for 1 second. Go in your fucking kitchen. Go in your kitchen and find a pudding pack, a vanilla pudding pack. Everybody's got one. They come in the littles and they come in the talls, right? I like the talls because the littles too much. It's not enough. I want 2 of them, and then I feel like a fucking pig. Get the tall one, right? Take it with you to the barber shop. Then what I want you to do is I want you to take the little foil off and dump it on the ground in a pile. And then stick a pair of fucking glasses on it. And you got this motherfucker right here. This guy right here. He looks like somebody poured out a vanilla pudding pack onto the ground of a barber shop and put glasses on it. That's what the fucking guy looks like. He got cornered by 3 6th grade students at lunch today. Let's hear about how these guys were ruffians.
I got cornered by 3 of my 6th grade students at lunch today.
Is that a girl? Is that actually a girl? Is that not a boy? Did I assume the wrong gender?
And they came up to me all excited. They were like, Miss Collins, what's your sexual...
That's a teacher? Miss Collins?
...reality. And I said, why do you need to know that right now? And they were like, oh, I don't know. I just think you'd be like a super fun, like, bi or pan person. And I said, well, I don't really know how much I'm allowed to talk about this to students, but does looking at my shoelaces help?
I don't know what that means.
And these kids just flipped out. They were so excited.
I'll take things that never happened for 1,000, Alex. That never happened. That never happened. And by the way, that's a teacher. Somebody get the police. Call the police and have them come in because that's some suspect shit. She says that 6th graders came up to her and asked her what her sexuality was. Are you out of your fucking mind? 6th graders walked up to a teacher and asked him that. If that's the case, you need to remove that teacher. You need to remove all the upper staff in that school and put them all in prison because they've been facilitating relationships with minors that are inappropriate. My personal opinion.
2, 3. I wear a mask to school. I wear a mask to school. Hi ho the Dario. I wear a mask to school. It helps to keep me safe. It helps to keep me safe. Hi ho the Dario. It helps to keep me safe. It keeps my friends safe. It keeps my friends safe. Hi.
Her voice makes me want to fucking kill myself.
Oh, the Dario, it keeps my friends safe.
Oh, fucking.
And let me see a hooray! Put your hands up in the air!
Yay, indoctrinating kids.
So
What's it like being envy and a teacher? I'm also non-binary. My dream job is teaching high school history. So I came out as non-binary a little over a year ago. Oh, God.
I came out as non-binary a little over a year ago.
When I started interviewing for jobs, I was still in the closet about my gender identity. I was also dating
Cute.
a guy at the time
Cute.
and was afraid to come out because he was straight.
So?
Well, that relationship ended, and after I got a job and moved out to Seattle, and after I saw how accepting my district was, I finally became open about being non-binary.
I do get a lot of questions from students at the beginning of the semester, and I just
Holy
answer those-
fuck, dude. Did you see this? Hang on. Take a good look. You see that right there? Look how fucking cute she was. Now, I don't care if she's a lesbian or whatever. I don't care. Look how absolutely adorable she is right there with the long hair and the sweater and blah, blah, blah. And then fucking fast forward to mental illnessville. Look at the fucking difference. Look at the difference. Literally changed who she was. Like, there's no resemblance of who that person used to be. That's mental illness. That is what mental illness is. It's one thing to grow and change and find out who you are as a person. Sure, I get that. Absolutely. But you have changed who you are completely. And listen, the relationship that you had with the guy didn't work out or whatever. Okay, I understand that, I guess. I mean, you weren't into him. Right? You're lesbian or whatever.
Encourage students to ask
Crazy.
questions if they don't quite understand, because I know to a lot of those students, I'm probably the first non-binary teacher they've ever had.
I think you're the first
I
mutant
always
teacher
assume
they've
get in
ever
touch
had.
with my students, so if someone makes a joke or cracks a comment, then I use it as an opportunity to educate them.
I'm going to educate you.
Patience and love are key.
Crazy. Jelly's crazy. Oh, no.
To the baristas at my Starbucks, I am so sorry that I strolled in without having a mask on, even though the mask mandate was lifted and I am fully vaccinated, because you don't know me. You don't know that about me. I apologize. To the man at Starbucks who got offended when I yelled, "Oh my God, I'm not a fucking Republican. I'm so sorry. I believe in science." I'm not sorry. To my mom, who I was on the phone with.
I'm sorry, but I've had enough. Have you had enough? I'm not actually Republican. I believe in science. Okay. So then you'll know that the mask that you're putting on your face does absolutely nothing for you, sweet pea. If you can still smell a fart, you can still get COVID. And I guarantee you could smell that beautiful coffee when you walked into fucking Starbucks. You know, that burnt bean, nasty, overpriced, sludgy shit coffee that they sell. I bet you just loved the smell of it and you walked in there, got a fucking nose full of it. Unfortunately, if you were wearing a mask and you want to follow the science, then you should know that the mask that you were probably wearing does not stop droplets. And if you're vaccinated, then you're fine, right? Oh, no, you're not. I know. Blah, 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 blah. It's all a bunch of bullshit. These fucking people are lunatics, and I love it. I love it. I love watching them melt down because they're crazy. They're absolutely fucking crazy. But the problem is some of them are teachers. That shit's just kooky dangerous. Some of this shit that we just saw, I mean, get the fuck out of here, man. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I've been rambling and bambling for a while. Libs of Tik Tok. Never gets old. Fucking jerk off. All of them. They're all jerk offs. Crazy. I'm Mike. This is Con Zero. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.